Hi. How many of you think that you cannot make it in life? If you are part of those people, stay with me. Let me take you through. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael Along, and I am an engineer and a writer. I'm glad to have you here. Straight to the point, I know many of us sometimes think that we are just good for nothing. We belong to families that haven't made it in life, and once we belong to them, we are unable to also make a difference in all that is happening. But I want to prove you wrong this time that you are here with me. I want to prove to you that you actually made for a difference. You are made for something great. You are made for something bigger than you are actually thinking of. And I'm believing that once you follow through, you are going to actually make a lot of difference. You're going to get inspired. You're going to go get what you want to get, and you're going to keep winning. Now I'm going to give you 4 secrets to becoming successful and making a lot of difference. Point number 1. Do not wait for the right time, because it may not come. The right time may not come. You have to start with what you have. And mostly the right time is now. There are times some of us would want to start some businesses and we think that the capital we have is not enough to start that particular business. Or all that is happening, our plans are not actually enough. We don't have the kind of ideas, all the ideas we want, we are seeking to have before we can actually start. But the truth is that you can't always have every idea. You can't always have everything in place before you start. As you move along, you have a lot of innovative ideas that come up. And once you keep innovating, that is where you actually progress. So sometimes you cannot have all the capital you need to be able to start that particular kind of dream or business. You need to start it, and as you start, you move along, you get innovative ideas, and people may actually invest. That is dependent on how your idea is. Is it catchy? Think about that. Point number 2, do not be overly worried of the time you probably wasted. Be inspired. That was actually a learning phase. You got to be inspired of the things that happened in the past. Sometimes we get ourselves buried in all the issues that happened in the past, and we forget that we actually have bigger dreams ahead of us. And so it is actually for us to convince ourselves that we need to make a lot of difference, forgetting of all the worries, forgetting of all the troubles that we have had ourselves running into, and knowing that this is a time to make a huge difference. This is a time to learn from the past experiences and not to actually bury ourselves in all those problems and all those issues that we encountered, right? You know, definitely. You know the effects of actually having to sit down and think about all the problems and all the issues and all the struggles that you have gone through, right? So once you get to know that you have a great impact, you have a great, you really get suffering, or you suffer for having to think a lot, for having to sit down and get worried, why not actually pursue the dream and take the past experience to be a learning phase, to be that it was an opportunity for you to learn. Think about it. Point number 3, serve more. Your elevation or your success may actually be hiding in your service. It may be hiding behind your service. There are many times some of us get troubled and we think that we are doing a lot of things that nobody is recognizing. We think that even the places that we go, the things we do for people are not recognized, and so it becomes difficult for us to sail through. We want to give up in serving. But there are actually many times that you would get to realize that the service that you render to people may actually be your elevation point. Just try it. I think you would be amazed at how it can catapult you. Actually, it can take you to a different or a higher heights for having to serve just someone. Somebody is waiting there, somebody has an opportunity for you and just need somebody to serve. And somebody may probably be waiting to see another person who is dedicated to serve, and that is where you're going to be blessed. Leaders actually were once followers, and if you are a follower, it means that you render service to your leader. Probably in many cases, once you are a follower, you render service, right? And so to actually become somebody that you are thinking of becoming, that great person, you need to think of how to serve. That could be your elevation point. Think about it. So your elevation point or your success point could just be hiding behind a service. Just one service. Think about it. Point number 4. Just do not quit yet. You may just be one step away from your success. All you need to do is to push further and further. That is all. That is all. I understand and I know, because I have gone through some other stages as well, where I get to a point and I don't see the worth, I don't see the value in actually chasing after a particular dream, and I just want to call it quit. And in most of those cases that I convince myself not to quit, convince myself not to actually give up at that time, but to keep pushing, I get to later realize that it was a good decision I make by not quitting. You get it? Because I keep moving, keep motivating myself, and actually telling me that I am able to do it exceedingly abundantly, above all that my mind can ever imagine. Once I convince myself that I am able and I don't give up. What are you about giving up on? Push further. Just go deeper. One more time. And I'm believing that you would be able to achieve all that you have purposed in your heart. Because you have a generation that you cannot disappoint. Even yourself. You are a whole generation, right? You are a whole unique person. You carry a generation inside of you, and I'm not sure you would want to disappoint you, which is your generation. Think about it. That is the only way that you will ever become great. And I have a bonus point for you. Secrets to becoming successful. Reflect about your life. Reflect about your life. Many times we wake up in the morning, we don't think about anything. All that we do is to get ourselves doing what we find doing. And we forget that life actually is a process. And once you miss a particular step, you may find it difficult to keep sailing. And so why don't you actually reflect about you? Reflect about you. Know you more. Know what you are capable of doing. Know that which you are not able to do. Leave those ones aside. Build on your success. And all your weaknesses will actually fall in place. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet and you are inspired, click on the subscription button and click on the like button as well.